Welcome back. In our last blog, we talked about the 5 reasons that people are so disengaged with meetings. In this video, I want to talk about what we as facilitators can do to mitigate each and every one of those. The first reason we talked about in the last video is that people don't understand what's in it for them. And as a mitigation strategy, I would suggest this. Be very, very clear about their WIFM, their personal WIFM, their what's in it for me. If you as a facilitator do not know, ask the sponsor, or you may even be able to ask the participants ahead of time. But you really need to know why they care. Often organizational WIFM doesn't resonate with participants, but personal impact will resonate a great deal. The second reason we talked about in our previous video is people don't understand the purpose or the product of the meetings they're in. They've just been told to attend. As a result, I would suggest be very clear, early and often, around what the purpose is and what the product is. I often will share a template of the output when we start and say something like this. When we're done today, we're going to completely fill out this one-page strategy articulation map. Or we may say, when we're done, you will have identified the top 5 potential locations for your new site selection. Be very, very clear, and what you'll do is give them the end state of the discussion before they even start. In our last video, we said the third reason that people dislike meetings so much is they often don't have the information ahead of time to have an informed discussion. And for this, I would say that is all on us. As part of the planning and prep for us as facilitators, we need to understand what information will be needed to inform these discussions and to package it and get it out well ahead of time to give everybody in the room an opportunity to review it and reflect on it. The fourth reason we mentioned that people are disengaged is that there's no thought around engagement strategies. Again, let me suggest, as facilitators, a huge part of the prep and planning we should do before meetings is to be very intentional about what are the series of ways we can engage our participants that creates interest and variety in the discussion that we're going to have. Full teams discussion, breakouts, polls, gallery walks. I mean, there's an endless variety of possible engagement strategies. It's our job as a facilitator to create a mix that will keep our participants engaged throughout. And then the fifth reason that I find people are disengaged is they don't have any skin in the game after the fact. I would suggest make sure that you spend enough time in your workshops to be very clear about what the participants' next steps are. The more we can hook them into the discussions after the fact, the more involved they'll be. I can guarantee you this. There is nothing like seeing your name on a next step with a due date certain to make sure that you feel a level of involvement and interest in the discussion that has just been had. So, as a facilitator, if you find that you have participants that may not be as engaged as you would like, think about how you can incorporate these best practices in your session design. If you do, I expect that your participants will be seekers, not vacationers, or even worse, hostages in the meetings that you have. Thank you.